Hello.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to the Lunch with Laz and Jack show. This happens daily, Monday through Friday in Shroud of the Avatar. And today is Thursday, December 3rd. How you doing, Laz?
It is here in Shroud of the Avatar. We're doing good. I got dogs barking again today. I don't know what the heck's going on around here lately.
Did you feed them?
Deliveries. Oh, yeah. I want to give a shout out, of course, to Rockin' and Ronnie on the air before us here today. Ronnie finally getting on the airwaves. Having a little technical difficulties.
Well, that always happens whenever you're first starting out doing something, so...
Absolutely.
Until you get the swing of things, it just happens that way.
But good to see her, finally getting her feet wet again. I know she's been out of the DJ thing for quite some time, and I've given her the tools she needs to do a show, and she's gonna go ahead and start doing that in the mornings. So we'll be working with her with that as well. Meanwhile, hello Casey, how are you today? Casey Cupcakes joining us.
Doing great today, actually.
Joining us for the news today.
And I got some news.
Oh, Cupcakes has got some news for us.
And good
is this the news that we're discussing on the official forums?
Some of that, some of other things. I'll bring them up as they come up in the discussions.
Okay. So what's your news?
Well, yeah, go ahead and tell us. Enlighten the audience, please.
Oh, well, yesterday, you were discussing in the, I think it was the stand-up notes about the trainer for the higher tier.
The skill trainers, right.
So, in order to train, say, summon Lich, you're going to have to actually meet a quest.
Yes. Go on. Or was that the news? Did we lose him?
Casey. He fell asleep. Either that or he forgot to hit his mic button.
That could be possible.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, we lost him.
Yeah, he'll come back. But yes, so there is the upper tier skills. You are going to have to undertake a quest to get them. So the first one that's going into the game is Summon Lich. Welcome back, Casey. Did you want to finish off the Lich story?
I guess we'll see here in just a minute.
Guess he's having problems with TeamSpeak, probably.
Yes. So yeah, before you go on there, did you realize that pass showed up, says, hey, you need to update stand-up shortly there.
Well, I thought it was funny that, like, as soon as, right at the end of the show yesterday, Rick Holtrop logged in to the game, and it's like, hey, where's the stand-up notes? Starr's been spoiling us. And he's like, I'm getting right on it. And if you actually look at it, it was posted like 5 minutes after the show ended yesterday.
Yes. I don't know. Where is Lord British today, Led Zepp? Didn't you invite him? I think it's because...
I don't see him online right now, so...
I didn't invite him.
It's all Led Zepp's fault. How you doing today, Zepp?
All right, how you doing?
Good. There. But let's talk about skill training. Where are we seeing this? If you would, please, Jack.
Well, where did I see that? I can't remember. One of the few places that I actually read. So I believe it was in the weekly update. I think it was in the weekly update. So I'm trying to
We'll take a look.
I'm trying to go find it right now.
In the weekly. Oh, well, we're looking for that.
Yeah, I think it was the weekly update, but I could be wrong. Otherwise, it was one of the stand-up corners.
Well, Casey, where did you come across that?
Never heard the end of Casey's story. What was it?
Yeah, we lost him again.
Yeah, we lost Casey, so...
But anyway, we'll delve into that. Let's. You want to cover yesterday's stand-up, since Chaos got it out there. Now that we got something for.
Well,
out there.
I'm looking for other things right now. So I mean, it's like, how many things am I supposed to be looking at the same time? 57.
You got 100 windows open, don't you?
I know, I do, but you can only stare at 2 or 3 of them at the same time.
Need more monitors. I've got 5. It ain't enough.
I do. I only have 2. I should go ahead and move my TV on top of my desk and then just rearrange everything around that.
I just run an HDMI, long HDMI cord to it, so you can use it as an alternate monitor where it is.
Yeah, but it'd be so much nicer if it was like right there.
Right there in front of you. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I know that is one of the new things. Hold on, I'm looking for the post-mortem notes.
Yeah, so much going on. Afternoon.
So many different
at
things.
3 p.m. And NBNN will bring you a live simulcast of that as well. We'll get you the actual links if you want to go directly there. We'll share all that good stuff with you folks.
Some awesome prizes, it says. Gonna be 90 minutes extended hangout.
Yes, every month, a 90-minute hangout. They give away all sorts of cool swag. Lately, they've been giving away all sorts of signed, very limited edition memorabilia things. They're giving away, just from Relics by Rild. Of course, we love Relics by Rild here. And if you want some swag from Relics by Rild, go ahead and go get some swag, and you can save yourself a whole whopping 10% using the promo code NBNN at checkout. Little something for the viewers.
And I am actually wearing the water.org shirt right now, so I am wearing my Relics by Rild swag. Shirt. Yes.
So I wear mine every day. I love it. It's comfortable. It's comfortable. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, the gray shirts. I like the thinner cotton that are there. So.
Yeah, I just don't know what it is about it, the difference between this and some of the other ones, but I own a shit ton of them. Mother looks at me sometimes and goes, "Don't you ever change?" I says, "Yeah, all the time." I said, "I just have 20 of the same shirt."
Yeah, well, whenever I go to the gym, I actually have 2 of the exact same ones for exact same pair of shorts, and so I think every time I go to the gym, they're like, "Don't you ever change your shorts?" It's like, I do every day.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that. I mean, I actually have 6 sets of shorts, and they're all matching. There's 2 jeans, there's 2 grays, and there's 2 blues. So a lot of times people just go, "Dude, you always wear the same stuff." And it's like, well, yeah, it makes life easy. I get up in the morning, I know what I'm wearing. I'm either wearing blue shorts, gray shorts, or jean shorts.
Buy a suit or 2.
In all of my life, I have never been one of those guys who's never had to own a suit for a job interview or anything like that.
Well, I've worn way too many suits in my life.
Now, you know the old saying, every man should own at least one suit. I disagree with that. I think if you need a suit to go through life. Now, don't get me wrong. I own a tux, but
I don't own a tux. I own suits. I don't own a tux.
I own a tux. I own a jacket. I own slacks, but I do not own a suit.
So
put that out there.
You wear a tux to a funeral? Is that it, Laz?
Yeah, he does.
I put the bow tie on. I play maitre d' at the same time. What do you think?
Well, actually, his funeral wear is sandals, a Hawaiian shirt with the bow tie, and the cummerbund.
And you would know that because they get away with that stuff in Texas.
Well, if it includes yeah.
But it's not uncommon that the men are wearing, nice shoes, pair of slacks, and just a very nice dress Hawaiian shirt at funerals down here neither. So it's derailing the train big time here. Anyway. But
I have the pants and the shirt. I don't have the actual full suit, though. That's it for funerals, as far as I'm concerned. That's good enough, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, slacks, black slacks, a white tie, a white shirt, decent tie. Funeral attire. But anyway, let's not get everybody down.
Are you ready to discuss some of the questions that are going to possibly show up later today?
I'm ready. Comes to your mind that you want to start on first today.
So we're down in the long post by violation.
Okay, let me.
So I'm going to skip to the short versions. Look for BDF doing a double post.
Replies.
Yes, and then look for violations. Very long post. It is an epically long post. So one of the questions he has is, do you guys plan on adjusting low-end ranged and magic build survivability while grinding? Now, this is where the game is still currently in pre-alpha. They have made significant changes to the combat system. Almost every release for the last 5 releases. So I'm pretty sure that as they look at the data and crunch it, they're going to be like, hey, you know what? We've got way too many people still running around wearing plate armor, so let's go ahead and change this up a little bit.
Okay, so I see the big post about Duke violation here. And what are we looking at there?
Yeah, he's got full version, and then he's got short version to read on air.
Okay, I see how he's got it, yes. He gives you the whole in-depth, and then he goes...
Yeah.
Trying to make life easy for Gina, I see.
Yeah, something like that. The only problem is, if Gina's, just posting the question inside of their chat client that they use in the office, they're not going to see the full version for all the clarification. So it's it becomes kind of a... frivolous.
I assume that you would paste a full version in and read the short version for the guys, and they could be. But anyway, that's however that rolls. But
that would be up to them to sit there and read it on an iPad, because I think that's how they do the postmortem off an iPad.
Yes.
Yes, we've seen them pick that up and run around the office with it before as well.
Yep. So do you guys plan to push new content as soon as possible between releases, or plan to stay on a larger monthly scheme like you have in the past to drive larger participation weekends? I don't see them changing away from the monthly release cycle. They have even indicated that when the game goes live that they planned on still doing monthly release cycles.
Not only indicated, they've outright said that it's going to be the same monthly thing every month. Last Thursday of the month, we're going to have a release and a patch and content and updates and all sorts of wonderful stuff, and that's how it's going to roll from here on down the line. Once we, just the way we've been going every month. Look forward to a new release, new updates.
Yeah, and then one of the he also asked about like tracking the live servers, changes like phishing percentage chance and other sliders between patches to aid bug reporting and feedback, and they track everything. So there was an exploit where someone was actually phishing without actually using worms. They were tracking that. The only difference is right now they're tracking and monitoring, and they're not going through and like banning for exploits or anything like that. And so it's something that eventually that person's going to get flat out banned for doing that. But right now they ask you to go out, exploit the system, test everything you can. And
Okay.
Nick Nack just posted me saying that we're not receiving the news feed. Ooh, I don't know what he's
I just checked the in-game radio. It's playing. We're on the air. If one of you guys would just go ahead and double check that for me, make sure your volume is set up, because even with my low volume, I was still able to hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Is that through the radio you're talking about?
Yes.
I need,
At least
I need
that's
to
what I
change
think he's talking
my
about.
in-game options.
But one way or the other, we are out there. Maybe he's not seeing video.
No,
I will go ask him. How about that? Make life easy.
no, I hear it on the in-game radio, so it is on air. Woohoo! Now I've got like that there. So, yeah. So it is on the in-game radio. So it's a little quiet, but yeah. So then the next question is going to be: with the newly bolstered QA team rapidly responding to bug reports, have the guys noticed more positive feedback from the community? I don't know. I mean, I can't actually answer that one. Do you think the community's given more positive feedback?
It depends on what they mean by positive feedback.
I know. It's kind of
Like, hey,
tricky.
you guys are doing a good job? Or like, hey, there's this bug I found. Here's how you reproduce it.
Well, I mean, even the bad feedback is positive feedback, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
feedback is positive.
hey, there's this bug that can be exploited. I mean, that's one where, you know what? It's a bug. It's like, hey, thanks for testing that and showing us how it can be exploited. Here, let us fix it. And as long as you're open and say, hey, this is a bug out there, they can actually fix it. If you never say that there's a bug, then you're just harming yourself later on because you're more than likely not the only person that knows about it.
Account for using it and exploiting it without telling the folks, you're going to be sorry afterwards.
Yeah,
Right
I
now,
love
it's-
Casey's question for the forums. When will we see more cupcake recipes in the game? Now, I paraphrased
yes.
that. That's not specifically what he asked, but it is what he's hinting at.
Well, we asked Richard that the other day, and Richard said, hey, as long as it's got using existing items in the game, I think, and shh, don't tell anybody this, we submit a recipe with flour, milk, salt, and then we put the head.
Don't you need some sugar in there, baby?
We are in New Britannia. Sugar may not be necessary.
I mean, flour and salt. I don't know if I really want to eat that.
That's in there.
Well,
Just a little salt.
the main ingredient would be a body part. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Sneak a little cannibalism past it.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thrombus.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. I was thinking, make the recipe using an aortic thrombus, and we've got our foot in the door. Okay, but they'll just say you're just eating animal like we do with the chicken or the cow or anything else, the deer.
So
that would just be like making blood pudding. You know what I'm saying?
So Laz, are you going to be the first person to propose the Rocky Mountain oysters recipe?
Oh no. I knew that.
You just beat me to it. But,
yep. Sorry, I couldn't do it. I couldn't help myself.
that's what it's all about here. We ain't having fun. We ain't living, man. This
No,
ain't worth doing this. We're not going to have fun doing it.
Yeah, I think we asked yesterday whether or not pot owners will be able to change weather patterns in their player-owned town. I'm sorry to say, but I can't control the weather at my house. I definitely can't control it for the city, so I don't know.
I'll tell you what, when you're sitting in your living room and you can turn the rain off, you let me know, and then we'll go ahead and we'll talk about changing weather in player-owned town.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, you
If I can't stop
can-
people from doing the rain emote,
can have a snowy biome there. You pick a snowy biome, sure, you've got snow. Oh,
yeah, well, they've already talked about that. Like, for like snowy biome, if it's supposed to be raining, then they're going to just change that to snow. So they've already got something in place for that.
Laz,
I saw something else.
Laz, you need to invest in a new microphone because you cutting out a lot.
That's
still.
not.
Yeah, it's his team speak.
And regardless of what I do to it, it just does it. I come through just fine on the air for everybody here. It's just you guys who don't hear me properly sometimes.
Okay.
I blame Laz. So other questions that we have. Could you explain how you envision watching distant items through the spyglass? So, that's actually going to be kind of cool because if it would actually zoom in on the spyglass, and actually make it a relevant item, like kind of an in-game telescope, that would be kind of cool. But I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Somebody told me the spyglass actually functions now. I haven't actually went to look. I believe I've got one somewhere floating around on an account somewhere.
ask Gurney. He's probably been using it to spy on Themo and Galus.
That's too funny.
Yeah, somebody was trying to use it. They couldn't figure it out, or it wasn't.
Now, Jack, I'm going to just derail the this for a second. I don't know
Okay. How we jumping off the train today?
any of the chat and chatty, if you happen to do any scroll back there. But folks,
How far am I going?
streamer out there just comes in, says hello, tells me that he's been talking to Starr long, and he's going to be the streamer for over in Germany, and blah blah blah. So we get to talking, and I'm going, Jesus, you know what? I threw the offer out there, so we may see NBN Germany here soon.
Sweet.
We're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna try and pull this off. We had a nice conversation. He actually came in the TeamSpeak last night, and I'm gonna go ahead today. I'm gonna set up a page with all his Twitch information. I gave him the NBN. If you're talking to NBN,
Yeah, you're referring to Torque, right?
Torque, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really cool. I mean,
And see what he's got to say. I says, Lord British will probably eat it up. I says, Starr's going to get a kick out of it. He's already been hanging out with Themo Locke and some of the folks from that community. So we're going to see how this happens. I put the offer out there on the table, and going to set up a page that, again, will have his feeds, and we'll put his schedule, and we're going to hopefully start international NBNN newscasts, having anybody we can get from different countries who are streaming do their own casts in it for NBNN for their countries. So more stuff. No.
so I will have a chance to say, "Mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut."
Oh boy, we need a translator.
Yeah. Was ist diesen Scheiße?
He said his German is good.
Not very good. Yeah.
Oh, not very.
Not good at all.
My German is a little bit rusty as well. I spent 2 years in the military over there. But anyway, back to the questions. I just wanted to throw that out there. When we were talking about the other folks, that their names just keyed in because I know that they're. We've got a big German community here as well, and a few of them came through the BMC, and we referred them right on to because they just, a lot of them decided they'd rather be with their own native-speaking folks, and we put them right in contact with the right folks to do that. So, anyway, next question.
I lost my place. I'm kind of bored with some of these questions, so.
Yeah, I see. We were down to near Redfish there.
Yeah, we're near Redfish. What's going on with combat and tumble and combat roles? Yay.
They work, don't they?
Yeah. I have no idea. I don't use combat roles or tumble, so.
I never understood that. I'm sorry. Yeah,
so essentially,
the hack and slash guy.
Yeah, I guess they are tumble would allow them to double up their defenses in combination with another defensive glyph, and so they changed the behavior of tumble in game, and they didn't announce it. So I don't know. Maybe that's a Chris question, so it's another combat question. But Redfish does have a great question about movement speed on the world map.
Yeah, I'm browsing down a little further because what's going on are a lot of the questions. But this one of what's going on with asset submission and what's going on with the release of assets to Dev Plus.
Yeah.
And again, that's something that just has gone by the wayside. There was originally, I won't say a promise, I'm not lawyering anybody on it, but they would release asset packs to the Dev Plus community once a month. And
well, I think as they were soliciting assets from the community, if you're soliciting input from the community as far as creating assets, that's where an asset pack becomes valuable. If they're not, since they slowed that down and it's been several months since they've gotten any community input on any of the assets and the asset development, because they have also been growing their team, it's one where, maybe they don't need as much help from the community, although we do have to remember that from the very first Scene Jam, that person that won that is now an employee of Portalarium. So it's that actually becomes a recruitment tool for the development team.
Well,
it's
hey, I would.
So yeah, there's arguments for and against it. I'm personally for it.
For more asset packs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
because even though I don't know how to really tinker around with Unity, I did install it, but it would be kind of fun to go through and develop a few additional sewers, a few different maps, and just have fun with it a little bit.
I've tinkered with it, but the idea is one of the asset packs I saw and I got, two of them actually, I believe were. One was the animations, the body animations. The other one was an armor pack. And the more assets that they allow people to dink and tinker with, and they take back in as submissions, would be double, triple, quadruple, to the square power of people's all these abilities than having the developers killing themselves trying to get them. Well, I see it as a win-win. And
yeah, even after they do accept that asset, they still do have to go back and retinker around with it. So, but it does give them additional ideas on what to do with it. So yeah, the asset packs are actually a good idea. Dev Plus community should definitely have some more of those, and hopefully they'll bring them about again.
Yeah, or at least after release, have somebody dedicate a little bit more time, because I think a lot of people were expecting this to go the way that they could design their own designer clothing, and they would be able to have those things and items for sale as well with the asset packs. And I think that's why a lot of people might be disappointed at this point with
By
that.
these people, do you mean anybody in particular?
The Dev Plus people who are looking for asset packs. You have to be a certain pledge level in order to even have access to them. So these people, the asset packs. That broad enough for you?
No, I meant somebody specific.
I am one of these people.
Thought I remembered correctly. Today is Cinderia's day in real life.
Cinderia.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Happy
Rhea.
birthday, Cinderia.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, she prefers to be called Rhea, for those of you who know her.
How old is she?
You never ask a lady that question.
Yeah, you.
She is 25 again.
Yes, 25 and holding.
And she doesn't look a day over 18.
And she says chocolate's very, very well.
Now, here's a cute, well, not cute, but interesting question from Miracle Dragon. Mr. Taylor making all the in-game clothing in real life for LARPing. Could this be a thing for the future? And will we ever see dev members wearing the velvet Christmas bodice in real life?
That is hilarious. I love the fact that he drops the mic.
They may actually ask that question.
Jack, bring some of yours to the party.
I love the drops the mic thing. That's pretty damn funny.
Did you talk to Jack about what you spoke to me about bringing things to a party?
He's part of the inner conversation, but I will go ahead and say, since we're on the topic, we are going to be decorating Portalarium for
There.
Christmas.
Okay, I guess we are.
Yes, we are.
And
Hold on. I'm changing Casey's mic. I'm boosting him some.
am I coming in horribly?
It was just quiet.
Yeah,
I raised your
okay.
volume.
All right, so we are going to be decorating Portalarium for Christmas holiday. All those decorations are coming from various members here in Austin, and I'm going to go ahead and extend it. I'll post in the forums and everything to members, any backers, any players that want to either
Send decorations for the holidays?
send decorations, or I'll go ahead and set up and send out my PayPal. They can PayPal any amount that they want to, and I'll be sure that they get, their name is presented to the devs. Maybe put like a little sign up in the office,
Decorations
something like that.
in name of. Okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, we're also going to be hosting a holiday party for them. Probably in
Not yet.
right now. It's looking like in early January, so that way Richard can attend.
Oh, cool.
And more
Very
on that
cool.
later once we get everything figured out. For that.
Alrighty, well, you all heard it here first, folks. Of course, Casey will get that information out to y'all in the forums.
So we do need to put the
Holiday decorations.
Festivus poll and do the airing of grievances at the Portalarium offices, though.
I have a funny feeling that the Festivus poll won't be used for airing of grievances down at the Portalarium offices. I think the Duke might show up with some midgets.
And that being
Yeah.
said, we're going to be presenting out the address to Portalarium, and it's easy for everybody to find if you want to send Christmas cards up there. Also, if you would like to send packages, especially packages with perishable items, you can contact me. My name's Casey on the forums. You can send them to me to make sure they're received in time, so they don't melt, things like that. If you want them to be set up in the break room or handed out to team members so that somebody who should be working on the game isn't running around passing out things, you can contact me. I'll give you my address and you can ship it here. I already have a few members from the community doing it.
Way cool, Casey. Great stuff. Gotta love the fact that you local folks are just jumping in for and just again, it's just there aren't no just willing to jump in and do.
But the thing is like, you know, they're not going to do it for themselves, because if they did, that money would come from the money that we've been backing to build our game.
And it takes time away from them developers at the keyboards. You want to just go around and hand them a cupcake and go, take 2 minutes to eat that and get back to work, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, so that is one of the concerns that like Dallas and the crew had, is like if they had a holiday party, that some of the backers would be like, no, you're using our money. So that's where the Austin player gathering, we actually discussed like doing a holiday event for them, so that way it doesn't use the backers' money and it's coming from the community.
Got it.
Yeah, and Casey gets to spearhead that initiative.
I don't think the community would really complain about them throwing themselves a little Christmas party, but I just gotta love the fact that our money, this is our backers' money, and we can't spend it that way. And seeing the Dallas Austin group, is it the Austin members group? What is the official name of the group? Does the group have an official name? Let's get that straight first.
I'm going to go with the Austin area players.
Austin area players group?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay. Something like that.
The local community is getting together.
Because let's see, Winfield is from San Antonio, and he's the one that. So, and we definitely, we don't really have people coming from Dallas all the time. Although, one of the ones in the near future, I know some of the Clan of the Wolf plan on driving down again, just to hang out for that gathering. So, that's a 4-hour-long drive for them.
But you got people who come from all over the Texas area, so not just Austin. Yes. But great to see the community just do this, and great to hear that the staff down there is going, hey, we can't spend this money that way. We got to be very frugal, and we've heard the stories. We tell you about these stories that we hear. You hear it from them themselves on these postmortems like we're going to have here today. They are very frugal with every dime they spend. Believe it or not, and
I love the fact that the old rack mounts for the old mounts for the old servers or the dev servers in the old offices were folding tables.
Yes, they actually got themselves some real Metro racks,
and that's only because the company that moved out of the offices that they sublet left them behind. So
that's right.
So that is friggin' hilarious.
Yeah, they're selling those.
So yes, everybody, please look forward to a post from Casey in the official forums talking about decorating the Portalarium offices for the holidays. Dallas has asked that it not be a certain religious, just because they do have a variety of religions in the offices.
Non-denominational celebration.
Yes, non-denominational. So, so then from there, it still will be Judeo-Christian in nature, no matter what. But yeah,
it'll be a Christmas party.
It's still Christmas, but the holiday party itself will be after the holidays. So that one will be fun.
Cool.
We'll get more information out about that once we figure it all out.
Yeah.
Of course, I know Jack is going to have his camera when you guys are down there decorating. At least you better take your camera.
It depends.
We might be able to get. Count his name right now. Hunting Dragon. No.
Rustic Dragon. Joseph.
Dragon. I hate my brain.
Yeah.
Joseph. If
Joseph's camera is a little better than mine.
His skills are
well, bring cell phone. Just get pictures.
Yeah, my phone's not like yours where I can just take hundreds and thousands of pictures and yeah.
Yeah, well.
Also, I'm taking donations, and I just need $48 and I can become Night Marshal.
$48, huh? how did you get so close without getting that close? Getting there.
My extremely large bills for medical treatments every month. I've scrounged and scrounged as I've sold things off to pay for it, and any extra that doesn't have to go to my child or my wife for medical bills, all that.
Goes to the game.
Well, it goes to first it goes to buying ingredients and things for cupcakes and desserts and treats, and like today I brought some dark chocolate cookies with dark chocolate and Cocoa Puffs in them, Cocoa Pebbles. And then I brought them my not too salty balls, which they all loved.
Not too salty balls?
Yes. Breakfast
Sucks to be you brings not too salty balls, huh?
a little bit moist and sweaty. Travel.
Well, we're going to have to ask a question in the chat room today how are those not too salty balls in the offices today, and see if we get an answer during the live
10 out of
stream.
10 devs approve of my balls.
Oh, 10 out of 10, huh? Very good. Very good.
They were breakfast balls, kind of a almost biscuity type dough with breakfast sausage and
oh man, you're
cheeses,
getting me hungry.
3 different cheeses and Parmesan and herbs, and it was delicious.
Oh man, they sound good, man.
And then a big old ball with various candies.
Cool.
Let's get this back on the proper rails where it's supposed to be.
Well, I was gonna say.
So, talking more about the
chocolate salty balls, yes.
chocolate salty balls in South Park episodes and things like that.
Don't
break
the soundboard out. So
there's a question about what's going on with performance optimizations for player housing. And the fact that if your house is heavily decorated, that it actually, when you first walk in, it doesn't populate everything and it populates it in waves. That is an optimization that should be coming up soon. I guess it's probably going to happen in one of their polish releases. I don't know. But hopefully Chris will be able to answer that, what the plans are for optimizations in the very near future.
There's also a setting in your controls.
Yeah, they added those settings, and I'm still not quite sure which one I like best or which one is doing the best job for my scenery. And again, pre-alpha, folks. Pre-alpha.
Yes, pre-alpha, undergoing extreme development.
And real big growing pains happening this last several months here. And everybody's still getting used to it, and it's changing day by day, so...
Yeah, so then there's more questions about decorating and stacking things. One of the things that they did just release was the ability to actually rotate books around 360 degrees, or not 360 degrees, but that it's getting closer to that, and someone wants to, say, lean a book sideways in a bookshelf and lean other items in their houses, and like stack map scrolls or lots of food products, like maybe form a pyramid of buns.
Now, Raven Swiftbow has got a very interesting question, and this is one that hits close to home, of course. My opinions on these walls that we have. Will we be able to use the granite blocks we are collecting to make duplicate versions of the castle walls in-game? Longer explanation, as we had originally envisioned a walled area in our player-owned...
And you cut out.
$2,500 on top of with the store-purchased walls. As much as we want to support Fortalarium financially, we have limits, unfortunately. Further, if they were craftable, it would be a great guild project to collect however many blocks would be needed to create one wall section. And I have to absolutely agree with Raven Swiftbow on this. The cost of those walls is just off the hook, in my opinion. And again, this is my opinion. It would cost me $400 to buy a set to surround my keep. because I'd have to buy 4
Yep.
sets, and I think that's wrong. Same thing for castles. If I'm buying a set to surround my castle, one set should surround everything.
If you can afford a castle, you can afford walls.
No, I'm sorry. I mean,
Well, you're already given one set of walls, and so these are different walls. So
right, but that one set is enough to surround my keep. If I wanted to buy that, it cost me $400. I'd have to buy 4 sets of them.
You know you want to build a nice, big, beautiful wall. It's big. Don't pay for it plastic.
why do I hear way too much livestock in the background there?
I don't know, man. Led
I heard
Zeppelin
chickens
loves
in
that
distress.
livestock, man. I'm telling
I
you.
know. So what are you doing over there, Led Zepp?
Yeah.
That ain't me.
Oh, is
don't
that?
mess with-
I
mess
keep
with
saying
chickens.
that. Did Geezer slip into the room on us? Maybe that's what
Oh,
it was.
yeah, that was Geezer then.
You know how he is with sheep and chickens.
I was going to say,
I know, he likes the livestock.
hey, it's bad.
My bear hug's just dancing.
Bad.
But, yeah, I can't wrap myself around that concept. I've seen a lot of other complaints, several other complaints, I shouldn't say a lot, on the forums about it, and I really do hope they address this problem on this question. It's just, again, I would love to be able, I mean, we do. You and I know we both, every time there's something nice and new and shiny comes out, we at least buy one of each of these items, for our own collections. And, to continue to help support in this fundraisers, we throw in a couple of bucks for the fundraisers. And it's an ongoing thing for us as well, but I just cannot, in good conscience, buy 4 use for a piece of property that I have for one piece of property. Just it doesn't make sense. So, and you want the alternate walls, you got to pay $800 for that.
Well, you can build your own.
Well, that's exactly what they were asking was.
Well, you won't be able to build your own because your house won't support that many lockdowns. Or that many blocks.
And your player-owned town won't support that many decoration. Yeah.
No, like a player-owned town has a maximum of, I think it's 130 lockdowns. And so you won't be able to like build your own walls or anything like that, or even place enough, like if you actually went out and spent out all the money on the different pavers, you wouldn't be able to actually pave a road through your entire the entire scene either with the 130 lockdowns.
Lockdown space for you, exactly. Even in the biggest of towns.
Probably they should make bigger ones than.
Well, again, I think it's just something that needs to be looked at. The great idea to have those walls out there in the store to duplicate what's in game, but I think they just dropped the ball on this one, and they need to take a second look at it. That's all I'm saying. And of course, I could be wrong. People could be buying them in droves, and I may be the odd man out. But according to what I'm reading, I'm not the only one who's disappointed with that one item. And of all the items, that's probably the only item in the store, aside from not having a keep arena. But we'll keep that one in the back burner.
Well, I mean, that brings up another interesting point about that. You've got the arenas, but when they changed it to all of the basements can be flagged PvP or not PvP, it's like, what's the point of having an arena basement at that point?
Oh, I did not know that change was in. I thought that was just all the arenas fully functioned, because at first some didn't function at all.
No, all
arena
basements can be flagged PvP zones, not just the arena ones.
I misconstrued that. I just assumed they just fixed all the arena basements. Good note. I'll have to go down and look at that.
Yeah, so if you had a basement on this lot right now, you could actually check a little box that says PvP, and then your basement is a PvP zone.
Actually, I believe I do have a basement over here, don't I?
I don't know. It's not my lot. Where is your basement?
Yeah, I don't even have a hatch on me.
You don't have a basement on either one of these houses?
No, I do not. I've got tons of them. I just haven't placed any. I have no need for them right now. Anyway, we'll play with that later.
Yeah, so
Let's go
like
ahead and,
it becomes one where it's like, even though I actually like the arena basements a little bit better than the normal basements, just because it's not the same exact thing duplicated for every single like level. Kind of like some of the 5-story basements. So I like the arena basements in that aspect, but some of them I don't like the actual arena design because they're not really functional. It's like should have like one switch that opens up both gates to start a fight and things like that. But I wasn't included in the design discussions for those.
So real quick on the trainers alone. And, if you want to say get summon lich or summon elemental into higher level spells, not only do you have to find that trainer and train there, but you're going to have to perform quests such as go kill the Lich King in the bottom of what is it?
Yep.
And that's kind of just that.
Yeah, that is a really cool idea, and I'm glad that they're finally implementing that. And so that's going to change how people interact with skill trainers, because you'll only be able to train the first couple of tiers without actually having to go to a specialist, which is something that they originally planned. And so as they start actually implementing more of the actual real game mechanics, it actually becomes a little bit more interesting. Baron Droikus does have a question about what's the design goal for allowing players to pick locks. So if you look in the subterfuge tree, one of the skills that's not yet in game is pick locks, and without actually having lockables and traps in game, that I think that's one of the things that you're going to be able to do with pick locks is disable those traps. Because one of the daily updates we had Finn Staber actually talking about that he was making traps more deadly.
Yeah, look at that. Enable open PvP.
See? PvP zone. You don't even need an arena basement.
Yeah, look at that. Thank you, Casey.
There was a problem with the number of people that go in there, wasn't there? We had a meeting once.
It's less than I think they upped the number of people that can show up in a basement to 100.
I thought it was 120 myself.
That sounds
Something
right.
like that.
I believe it's 120 is the number.
120, 125.
I think that's any given scene is the same number as 120.
Yeah, I think we ended up in different instances and such like that.
But in the meantime, Jack, we're getting to be about that time of the day.
Yeah, it is. We got 6 minutes left. What are we going to do for those 6 minutes? Maybe I should read off the news. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should try to find the tab.
Calendar.
Try finding one of those 15 tabs with the calendar on it you've got open up there.
I think I reduced it to less than 100. I'm down to like 60-something tabs, but I've been changing what's on each window. So I'm going to have to go through and do it the old-fashioned way.
If you had a Mac, you could have multiple desktops.
Okay, so guys, remember, the calendar is on nbnn.info. Just click on the little button that says calendar at the top. And remember that all times are Central Standard Time, which is also known as New Britannia Time. And thank you to Avatar Circle for providing the calendar. Now, let's see what is going on today, Thursday, December 3rd. The most important thing today is, of course, besides lunch with Laz and Jack, is going to be the Hangout of the Avatar at 3 p.m. to 4:30. Join Chris, Starr, and Richard, and a few other people as they talk about the game development. At 4 p.m., Avatar's Radio's got Golden Wing, where he goes country because it's 5 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States. At 6 p.m., you have the Gladiator Wars registration. Well, he does say it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and I'd just like to point out at 4 Central is the same as 5 Eastern, so yeah. Gladiator Wars registration, that is going to be zoning to Pestilence. Remember, he is giving away store credits and other things, or he may still be doing that, may not be, I don't know. But if you are not registered during the registration period, you will not be able to compete in the Gladiators Wars battles. They begin promptly at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m., if you're not into PvP, you can always go hang out with Kaze and Phoenix Fire and do PvE nights with the Phoenix Republic. At 8 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, we have DJ Stryker with his show Lost in the Spaces, where he plays an eclectic selection of something. And we have a new person. Yes, a new person. Temper Tantrum T-Days has now become Temper Tantrum Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we have a new DJ. This is Apollox Evanhart. I do not know who that DJ is. Ooh, so Avatar's Radio does have a new DJ.
Not Angry Sexy?
Is Ember handing off the reins to Temper Tantrum Thursdays? Interesting news.
Yeah, Temper Tantrum Tuesdays and Thursdays is now going to be Apollox Evanhart. So,
well, we don't know about Tuesday. Let me verify next Tuesday. Just Amber's alter ego.
Well, I mean, she may change it because
still
because
on Tuesday's schedule.
If you also look at next week on Thursday, we also have Ember Flame as well. So I don't know. Maybe it may be just today. I have no idea.
Special guest appearance, we'll call it for right now.
Yeah. So, guys, it is almost that time to wrap these things up. I would like to thank everybody for watching the show, listening to the show on Radio Free Britannia, or watching on Twitch or YouTube. Remember, this will be archived a little bit later, and it will be rebroadcast on our in-game Radio Free Britannia. And Casey might be playing, but I can't hear it because I've got the slider volume all the way down. Yeah, so thank you for the follows. Thank you for participating. Thank you for asking questions in game, in chat, or just joining us in TeamSpeak. Remember, you're always free and welcome to do that. Just go to nbnn.info and click on the Join Us in TeamSpeak button. And I'll let you do your spiel.
Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, and of course, coming up in an hour, the Release 24 post-mortem with the developers here, simulcast live on NBNN.
2 hours.
Stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow for live lunch with Laz and Jack here on NBNN, WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, and of course, live in-game. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I love you.
Bye-bye. I love you.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. Yes.